Go, bro.
Two sides to sides on the way out. Turning it. Flicking the heels on the way out.
Silly.
Fuck behind. You're supposed to have the most rhythm.
I'm meant to have the most rhythm. Of course I'm meant to have the most rhythm, man. Don't wait for me on the night out.
See how the feet move later. See how the coordination works for later, innit? Daz is definitely at carnival.
Keep the balls where they are, please.
There you go, man.
Thank you.
No problem, Captain.
Down there, please.
Alright then, alright.
Come on.
Trying to get away with a fucking diet Adam Reese is on, bro. I'm trying to get rid of mine here.
Come on.
Let's go down the camera there.
Go down.
Fucking hell. Oh, could have dragged that from the fucking archives.
Boys, into the middle there, come on. Alright, that's the line. We've talked about the shape, exactly the same as last week. We've done the set pieces. We've done the same as last week. We've talked about obviously the person in front of the goalkeeper. Obviously we've heard about things of what they may or may not have. I'm not too concerned with what they have. It's more about what we do. Just said to Mus out there, last week we had obviously the two sitting when we haven't got the ball, and I thought it worked really well because Millsy and Mus were going into the right and left back areas and helping out when they can. I even heard Daz say, you know what, I didn't even have to really get up and down today. And I think it happened because we worked the system so well, where people listen and we give that cover, and it worked brilliantly. Today, we're not going to go out there saying we have to have two sitting. Must have Millsy sitting in there, let Mus play in your 8, as you play in your 10, play as high as you possibly can, get on the ball. But if the game warrants a change in that shape, and we need someone sitting in like Mus, just organise it on the pitch. See where the problems are, organise it. Obviously, if we see it, we'll tell you. It's about game management on the pitch. When we're going forward, if there's loads of flipping artificial grassy areas in behind their back four, don't pass for the sake of passing it once we've got it into the middle third. Push it through to the forwards, get the ball out wide and get crosses in the box. If it goes out wide and we get crosses in and forwards aren't running onto midfielders, as they ain't running onto them, Mus ain't running onto them, then we can have complaints. What we don't want is just to overplay for the sake of overplaying, not playing forward when we have to play, and then people start whinging and moaning, and then we start knocking 50, 60 yard balls from back to front, because then that justifies the whole object. From the back, as I say every week, if it's not on, fucking keep the ball and pass it. Pass the ball, wait for the spaces, move them about. Once you get it, you've got to look after it as well.
Go on, Fairfield! Come on, the boys! Yes, people, welcome back to Sunday League Settings with myself, Big Fazza. Before we start this week's video, just want to send my condolences and prayers and strength out to the families of the 3 boys that lost their lives at Babs Mill Lake. I was literally recording the game across the road at the college while the boys were battling and fighting for their lives. So I believe it's only right that we send prayers and guidance out to their families. And for all the teams that are playing football this weekend, let's observe a minute's silence in memory of the boys. And as a football community, let's come together and show our support in such sad times. God bless. Now this week, I'm back on the road with the Swans. Fairfield Villa in their Les James Cup action against Solihull Sporting Men. Now less of me pattying. Let's get straight into the action.
Josh, you can get on that, then we can get it to Dazza much easier.
Now ball whipped out to this left-hand side to number 10, Ryan, a player that I know all too well from my managerial days when I used to manage St. Paul's. Always going to be tricky with his feet. Plays a decent ball through to number 3, Matty. Tries to get his crossing, but it goes wide.
Stay high.
Now, I do have to send my apologies straight away, guys. First 15 minutes of this game, that far side, the camera was being affected by the glare of the sun, and the shade as well didn't necessarily help. But what is going on that far side, Ed for the Swans getting caught in possession, and I believe that's number 9, Louis, that intercepts it off him, but it goes out for a goal kick.
There you go.
Fast forward a couple of minutes, Ed plays a ball into Millsy, who plays it into Muzz. Decent little turn to get away from centre midfielder Gabe, gets his shot away, but it's blocked by Akil. Evo picks up the scraps, tries to play out to this right hand side to Daz, but it goes out for a throw-in. Now Massey spreading the ball out to this left hand side to Ryan. Now I let the Sporting sidelines commentate the rest. Now Daz doing just enough to put Ryan off. Picked up there by Mills, lends it into Evo, back into Mus, plays it into Dan Elwell first time, the cheeky little flick over the top, but Massey's quick off his line, scoops it up. Now we're about 10 minutes into the game at this point. Massey sends another one long up the field, dealt with there by Ed, helped on by Evo, Ali with a cheeky little flick on. Akil can't deal with it, but credit where it's due, gets round to block the second shot by Dan Elwell. Over on that far side, Ali with another little cheeky flick into the path of Ren. Now, how about that for now you see it, now you don't, to get past his man. Now plays a cheeky little through ball to Danzo, but it wouldn't have mattered, because Lionel's got that ruler out again. Straight as an arrow. Decent one-touch play by the Sporting boys, trying to set Ryan down his wing again, but credit where it's due to Josh, does his defensive duties and sees it out for a goal kick. Now Millsy picking up the ball in the pocket, has a look over his shoulder, sees the run of Daz, plays it into space. Daz has got plenty of time to get his head up and cut it back, doesn't quite make it, and it's into Massey's hands easily enough. 20 so minutes in at this point, Leo plays a stray ball into that midfield, picked up there by number 9 Danzo, who plays a through ball into Ali, who's just creeped into an offside position, which means one thing, Lionel's got that ruler out again, straight as an arrow. Now I've said it before, Gaffer GJ does pride himself on playing football out from the back. This next back possession doesn't come to anything, but it's things you love to see. Now in the latest episode of Now You See It, Now You Don't, I introduced Daz. Now you see it, now you don't. Cheeky little flick to get over the head of the number 3 Matty. Plays it back to Josh, and the Swans start again. Now I know it's a couple of weeks before Christmas and people are feeling generous. There's plenty of sales on. There's Lionel's giving out 2-for-1s on offsides. Rulers out all over the place. Straight as an arrow. Still 0-0 at this point, and both teams are trying to work hard to break the deadlock. Decent skills on display, but the defences are doing just as well in breaking up play. So as and when strikers are trying to play it through the final thirds, players like Ethan are breaking up the bits, coming away with it. Now, it's the first time I saw Millsy playing this holding role in midfield. A couple of times I have seen him play, he's been playing in the back three. Doing a decent job so far in regards to retaining possession and keeping it ticking over. Plays it back to Josh. Cheeky little turn to get away from Ryan. Decent ball through to play in Danzo. Should be an easy one for Mossy to scoop up. But for some reason, Akil kicks out for a throw-in. Now, from that resulting throw-in, you got Ren that comes away with it. Managed to keep the ball in play, similar to that Japan goal. Just a shame that the Swans can't tuck it in the back of the onion bag. Cleared by Ethan. Now, I've been watching the Swans and following them for a couple of weeks now, getting familiar with most of their players. One of the lads that never fails to impress me for his work rate, consistency, and also his goals is the man that goes and tucks it in the back of the onion bag, Aaron Evo, making it 1-0 to the Swans.
Oh,
35 minutes in, and the Swans take a 1-0 lead.
Oh, it's a touch that is Evo.
I've said it many times, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. Number 2, Daz is always going to be an outlet with his pace and power on his right hand side. Knocks it around Matty and does just enough to go win himself a throw-in. Now, from that resulting throw-in, tossed into Evo. Daz whips on in on his left foot. Now, if Danzo had a decent head on him, could have tested Mossy. More battling inside the middle of the park between Danzo and right back Leo. Ren comes away with it, but Akil's playing no ID, no entry. Referee brings it back for a free kick. Now you got Muzz and Sims standing over the free kick, but Sims takes charge, drives the free kick towards the back post towards Daz, who tries to pull it back into the path of Danzo, but Mossy's all over it. Now, I did promise Mossy that I wouldn't leave this next one in, but this could have gone down as an absolute howler. Now, people keep telling me that Lionel's got his ruler out, straight as an arrow. Catchphrase is catching on a little bit, and I should trademark it. I believe he agrees. Yep, we'll get it done. Corner conceded by the Sporting boys to be taken by Ren. Now Daz gives him an option short. He's always going to take on his man. Drops the shoulder, gets his shot away. Decent save by Mossy. From that resulting corner, Ren decides to stick one into the middle of the box. Onto the head of Evo, who again heads it wide. Now, with chance after chance going beckoning and the Swans not being able to capitalise on their chances, he's always going to take his one chance to go up the other end and slap it in the back of the onion bag. Ethan gets his shot away, but he drags it just wide. Now, just in front of the camera, you got Ryan, couple of step overs, trying to get past Ed. Managed to get his cross in, just a shame none of the Sporting boys can get on the end of it. And as we enter the dying embers of this first half, Muzz passes the ball into Daz, who's got plenty of green in front of him. So he goes galloping, plays the ball into Danzo, that infamous drag back, gets his shot away. Decent save by Mossy. Now Ren with another decent delivery into the box, onto the head of Josh, but it wouldn't have made a difference because referee's blown up for a foul. Silly free kick conceded by Josh on Jaden, as the ball potentially may have been going out of play anyway, has put the Sporting boys in a dangerous position. Cross blocked by Millsy. Josh allows the ball to bounce. Bit of a goal mouth scramble. Eventually drops to Jaden. Puts over the bar.
Come on!
GJ and Jas not happy on the side. That back line not clearing their lines. Now, slipped by Daz. Matty picks up the scraps. Plays another ball into Jaden. Slips one through to Louis. But lucky bends off his line early doors.
That was up here. Exactly the same out up here.
Now as we go into added time at the end of the first half, you got Ali that intercepts a pass there from Ethan. Into Danzo, gets his shot away. Decent save by Mossy. Now with a couple more chances falling to the Swans before the half-time break. First one falls to Millsy, who gets his shot away first time, but he puts it well wide. Now the final chance of the first half, you got Ren that plays the ball into Danzo, clips it around the side to Ali. He'd expect to put it in the back of the onion bag, drags it wide again. And on that note, the referee's going to blow up for half-time. Solihull Sporting 0, Fairfield Villa 1.
Hey, you probably know what we're going to say, man. Chances. That's what's killing us. You know what I mean? We're leaving it for them to get back into the game. Little mistake, little bounce. Next thing you know, they've raised it back up. You know what I mean? Fucking half of our heads are fucking already thinking about tonight. Our levels definitely ain't where it should be. You know what I mean? Definitely need to raise it up. That's pass appreciation, man. It's like we get through, and then the ball's passed and it's just skidded off the surface. That's why you got to warm up right, judge the pitch, and try and understand how the pitch plays.
Just a bit of fucking composure, though. Yeah. Our final delivery or our final effort on goal, composure. Compose yourself. Know what you got to do. And when we play it from the match, quickly up a little bit, get it and move it. Shouldn't need to have 2-3 touches or have a touch and wait. And then we rush into our pass. And make sure when someone's got the ball, that the angles are better, that we make sure that we're giving someone an opportunity to get the ball out wide. Out wide is how you open these up. You don't want to just keep moving them out wide, keep moving the ball. And when it does get out wide, like I say, it's composure and quality. We've probably had 6-7 clear-cut chances, and we haven't really worked the keeper. That's not good enough. I don't care who they are. I'm looking at our own level. It's not good enough. Because we're leaving ourselves open to fucking this game to go to penalties. We don't get that second goal, they get a fucking fluke or a streamer. Goes to penalties. I don't want to risk that bullshit today.
Now with them half-time team talks done and dusted, let's get the second half underway then. First real break of his first half falls to Daz, who used his pace and power again to get around Ethan. Number 4 Joe, playing no ID, no entry, blocks him off. Referee blows up for a free kick.
He didn't want to give that one there. I think he's scared.
Now, knowing Mossy as well as I do, having him at Birmingham when I was part of the management staff, it's got to be something special to beat him from there. And that was easy pickings for him. Another corner kick for the Swans. You got Ren jogging over to take it, but Ali gives him the option that there's an early one on. Ren gets out of his feet, gets his shot away, but it goes well over the bar. Fast forward a couple of minutes, early throwing taken by Evo, headed out by number 4 Joel again. Now Ren standing over another corner kick, whips another decent delivery into the box, and once again, the Swans can't get on the end of it. Now we all love to play beautiful football out from the back, but sometimes route one can be very effective. Ethan sends one high into the sky. Now it should have been dealt with between Sims and Ben. Ben kicks it off Sims, could have gone anywhere. Lucky Sims was there to clear his lines. Now with the Sporting lads not having many chances in the first half, they have started to get the tail between their legs in the start of the second half. Ball drops to number 4, Joel in the box, gets his shot away. Decent save there by Ben. Now apologies, like I said, the sun was playing idle bugger in the first and second half. So Sims plays the ball up the line. You can't quite make it out, but Evo comes away with it. Managed to get his cross into the box, but it's scooped up there by Mossy. Now Mossy on his toes, throws a quick one out to Ryan on his right wing. Muzz misses his clearance. Now Ed comes over and takes him out. Now from that resulting free kick, you got to kill that standing over it. Whips one into the box. Jaden tries to get on the end of it. Sims tries to stop it from going out from a corner. Managed to make it a throw-in.
You up? Yeah, good son.
Slowly but surely, the Sporting boys are starting to get themselves into this game, starting to back themselves a little bit more, winning the first and the seconds, which do help to contribute to get them up the field. Now Sims pulls back Jaden, referee blows up for a free kick. Now substitute number 17, Ali, standing over this free kick, about to whip it with his left foot. Decent delivery. Ben makes a hash of his clearance, goes out for a corner. Short one taken. Tyler plays it into Louis, who plays out to the edge of the box, but credit where it's due, just out of camera shot to Ren, doing his defensive duties, comes away with it. Now credit where it's due to Jaden and Ryan, that managed to get in and around Ren to win the ball back. Now loose ball played in there by Akil, picked up by Mus. Gabe puts one on him, Mus kicks out. There is going to be a halt in play as the referee stops the game as a word of his lino, and unfortunately the Swans go down to 10 men as Mus sees a red card.
Still, old bastard, number 11's out.
Lino! You didn't even get your flag. As a midfield 4 now. So left hand side of midfield, not as a winger, as a midfield player.
Now unfortunately we've all been there in the heat of the moment. You do lose your head, but again, temporary emotions can make permanent decisions. Unfortunately, the Swans got a battle on the rest of this game with 10 men. "60 minutes in at this point, ball breaks out to Ren, about 30 yards out from goal, gets his shot away, but he drags it well wide.
Ball. It's a nut, that is.
Referee blows up and brings back the free kick on the foul on Ren. You got Danzo standing over the free kick. Referee eventually blows his whistle. Danzo whips a decent enough ball into the box, but once again, Swans ain't on the end of it. Now I've said it many a times, when you don't take your chances down one end, all it takes is a decent chance to go down the other end, and once again, Louis comes close here, drags his shot just wide. Now as we introduce Joe into the party, Jaden goes and wins himself another free kick. I've seen a couple of these set pieces take place in the World Cup. I think the Sporting lads have been taking note. "70-odd minutes on the clock at this point, and the Sporting boys are definitely starting to get themselves into the game. The extra man in the middle of midfield is starting to pay off for them. Now another shot away, scooped up by Ben in goal. Centre of the park, you got Captain Millsy still dishing it out, winning first and seconds. Plays a decent enough ball over to that right hand side to Daz, who managed to skip round number 6, Ethan. Now, if Daz gets his head up and pulls it back, he puts the game to bed. Doesn't quite cut it back enough, and it's cleared. Now, as you welcome number 12, Burnley, into the game. Managed to get his head on it. First touch, can he go and score? Cleared off the line. Now, another substitution for the Swans. We welcome number 15, Harry, into the party. As we get back into the action, you got Ryan, that helps one into Gabe, who plays it into Louis, steps into the back of the onion bag, 1-1. Credit where it's due to number 9, Louis. That was an absolute peach of a finish with his left foot. Now the game poised at 1-1. About 83 minutes on the clock at this point. We got midfielder Gabe that comes away with it. Plays into number 16, Jack, where credit where it's due, since coming on in the first half has been decent at right back. Plays a decent enough ball in. You got Tyler that managed to go and win himself a corner. Quick corner kick taken. Now at this point, people, what can you say? Within a space of a couple of minutes, Louis is going to put the Sporting lads ahead. Now, fast forward a couple of minutes, and we're nearly on 90 minutes at this point. You got Louis that comes away with it on the left-hand side. Plays another ball through to Tyler. But Lionel's got that ruler out again. Straight as an arrow. With time ticking down on the referee's watch, the Swans have committed more bodies forward, trying to chase this equaliser. Gabe heads it away. Tyler breaks away with it. Plays it into Louis, who unfortunately brings it down with his arm. Free kick to the Swans. Now with the referee giving us the nod to say there's 2 minutes left of the game, and this potentially could be one of the last chances. Sims plays one into Millsy, whips one into the box, onto the head of Josh, who goes and makes it 2-2. Now, unfortunately for the Sporting lads, a cheap free kick given away resulted in the Swans getting themselves back into the game, 2-2. Now, with a minute left on the clock, Josh plays a ball into the space. Evo's on the end of it, tries to knock it past Mossy, who makes a decent save. Now, second ball picked up there by Louis, plays into Harry, tries to get his shot away, but Gabe takes off his foot. Louis' shot's blocked, breaks to Evo, who puts it over the bar. With literally added time, at the end of added time, you got Millsy that plays another ball into Evo, who gets Burnley on his bike. Now Burnley managed to get his shot away. That's another decent save there by Mossy in goal. Now with the referee about to blow his final whistle, the game is going to end 2-2. We are going to go into penalty kicks. I'm Big Fazza. This is Sunday League Settings. Thanks for having me.
Brilliant stuff.
Never in doubt.
Oh, boys, nice one.
Yes, get in there! I'll give you the footage and then I'll do that.
Oh, had to score it, no. Oh, shit pen that was.
Oh, had to score no man.
Respect people, myself Big Fazza, on behalf of Sunday League Settings. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bless up.